Basically, this is an example of our, the Lean and Green Michigan approach. The statute says that it has to be cash flow positive, or you have to make the property owner whole on an annual basis. We could interpret that to say that the project has to be cash flow positive each year. We could. I don't think that's the best or the fairest or the most sensible interpretation of the statute. The simplest way to look at it is, let's say you do something like a solar project where you get 30% federal tax credit in year one. So if you're doing $1 million, you're getting $300,000 in year one just from that alone, right? Let's just take this thought experiment. You do that project, you finance it over 20 years. You got $300,000 windfall in year one. Let's say year 12 is minus 5 cents. Is it fair for that contractor to owe that property owner 5 cents in year 12, whatever I said, when they got $300,000? And then what's the value of money, right? They've had that whole time to invest. No, it's ridiculous. So our thing is, yes, it must be cash flow positive on an annual basis, simply counting from the beginning. Your entire benefit from the beginning to this year, if you're still in cash flow positive territory, you're golden. And I don't think that's like some weird interpretation to benefit the contractors out there. I think that's the only fair way to do it. So that's how we're doing it. You cannot do it the other way. You can't start years 1 through 6 and it's negative and say, don't worry, Kurt, in year 17, look, you start to break even. No, you can only go from the front forward. But as long as it's cash flow positive on that cumulative basis, the parties are good. And we have a model energy savings agreement that you're free to use or not use, but it includes this kind of stuff that makes sure that the contractors are protected as well as the property owners. Both sides need to have a fair deal.
Yeah, and it goes both ways too. Look, if in year one we end up saving them, quote, more money, because again, every year it has to be audited, they're reporting it, but in year two, maybe they're losing more money than what we predicted. From an average standpoint, we're okay. And that's the beauty of it, okay? Especially for us as being a provider, and we're guaranteeing it. Those are the things that we're looking at, from a risk standpoint. Okay. All right. So I want to thank everybody for attending and your patience and your attention and stuff. If you haven't dropped off your contact information, please do. We will add you to our newsletter, and you can opt out if you want. But, we provide a lot of information about what's going on in the industry. And if you don't believe us, go to pacenow.org. It's a nonprofit organization based in Washington, D.C. All they do is track what's going on in PACE. And we're out there. I mean, our logo is out there. Andy's logo is out there. You want to read articles about our organizations? We're in PACE Now. I mean, we're all over the place. So get educated. Call us. Even if you're meeting with somebody else and you're unsure that, Scott, that sounds different than what you said, we'll come in and we'll talk to you about it. Or we'll bring Andy in and talk to you about it. Because, part of our job is to educate you guys on what's going on out here so you make the right choices. So again, thanks to everybody. We'll be doing this again and coming in 10. Thanks.